Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host RufffWizard, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you will, are having or have had a wonderful day. This week it seems like Polyphony really spread their picks for the daily races, and I'm here for it. When it comes to how we want to approach it though, we're starting to be very careful as we're becoming a bit more conscious about our driver rating. So understanding that Daily Race C was at Bathurst, we knew it was going to be and wanted to make sure we got enough practice in before we stepped into a daily race. So kicking off our week, we went with Daily Race B at Watkins Glen. So with pretty much no practice at all, setting maybe 1 or 2 laps, we went straight into our first race. So for this one, we started in P14, and although we managed to climb up to about P8, it didn't take much for us to go all the way back down the grid and finish back in P14. So after this, we decided to jump into time trial, quickly set a lap, and then jump into the next race. We managed to start this one in P10, but we quickly learned a lesson that people were going to make aggressive overtakes because it was difficult to make your way up the grid in this one. So after serving our penalty in this one, we found ourselves again to the back of the grid for the finish. So before we finished the stream, we jumped back in for one last race to see if we could redeem ourselves. Welcome back to another daily race. This week we're looking at Daily Race B, where we have a Group 4 4-lap sprint around Watkins Glen International Long Course on racing hard tyres. Alright, let's see if we actually cannot end up towards the back. Oh, I thought they were going to go for a last to first challenge then. We have to acknowledge for this one that qualifying your starting position is pretty important. However, we've not spent that much time in time trial, so we found ourselves starting in P9, but we're going to see what we can do from here. Okay, so I got one on the inside. And they're still on the inside. Someone's got a 5-second penalty. What did you do, sir? As we can see here, P2 did not read this properly and they caused a lot of contact with P1, sending them way off track, meaning P2 got themselves a well-deserved 5-second penalty. Hey, we got Clay in the chat. Yeah, that kind of worked out in my favour a little bit there. I was being a little bit cheeky. You could see that Magdani was being very respectful here, giving the place back to Mikto after their contact, and I knew that was happening, so I squeezed a little bit just to give myself the advantage and gain both places. And just like that, we've come to the end of the first lap. We've managed to jump from P9 all the way up to P4, and as you can see, there's a lot of cars chasing. However, we want to push on and see if we can close the gap to the cars in front. This is a great time to remind you that after this race, we will be going to our RufffWizard Daily Race Awards, where we'll be looking for the nominees and winners of the best overtake, the best livery, and unfortunately, the most unlucky moment. Stick around to the end to see who our lucky winners are. If you are enjoying this video, it would mean a lot to me if you would give it a like. If you want to see more in the future, you can hit that subscribe, and don't forget, if you hit the bell, you'll get notified when new content comes out. A nice safe race one. Is that what we're calling it now? Mate, actually, Darren had, I think, already moment of the week. That face-to-face with the Beetle, 100% worth a watch. As we're getting to the halfway mark of this race, we can see that the gap to the car in front is not coming down at all. However, the cars behind are still chasing closely, so maybe we're going to be starting to look back a lot more than we are forward. Oh, Micto's coming. That was not a great run through there. Or through there, to be fair. Question is, do they send it? It may not be a dive bomb, but it is a nice little love tap through the corner there. Because he went right into the back of me. See, it's the whole thing about, it's the last lap, P3's right in front of me, less than a second, and I know there's basically a 0% chance that I catch them. That's not a great feeling to have so early in the last lap. Tom, I appreciate you for stopping by, mate. Have yourself a good night. And we'll catch you again soon. I was hoping that that was a psychological play. It might have just worked. But we have to take this better though. Well, I think that was a decent way to end the stream. Climbed up from, what was it, P9 I think we started? And there we have it. I thought it was going to be difficult to work our way up the grid from where we started, but we managed to climb all the way up into a podium. For the last race of the stream, I'll take that and run. But anyway, it's time to move on to my favourite part, the RufffWizard Daily Race Awards. And like always, we're going to start with Best Overtake. And our first nominee is Micto. Coming downhill towards the right-hander, they're going to have to get late on the brakes, taking the inside line, but also not outbrake themselves and go into the car in front. They keep the perfect spacing and manage to take the place. And our second nominee is LM Racing. For this one, coming up to the bus stop chicane, they're taking the inside line, and although they have to get late on the brakes, they carry a lot of speed and keep the car under control, securing the overtake. Our third and final nominee is Grigio. For this one, Grigio's taking the inside line into the penultimate corner, and just as they're about to get the car turned, they get that contact to the rear which causes them to slide. They keep hold of the car and manage to keep the place. And our winner for Best Overtake is... it's Grigio! If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm so sorry. This one has to be Best Overtake for me. When you're going to take contact to the rear and it causes you to slide through the corner, and you manage to keep the car under control, that deserves recognition. So well done, Grigio, you are this week's winner of Best Overtake. And next up, Best Livery. First up, we have Max in the yellow NSX, and from what my research tells me, is donned with the Neon Genesis Evangelion anime artwork. And second up, we have Savu with the TGC Racing livery. This one boasts a nice chrome gradient blue base. With the decals well applied, this gives it great balance and a nice classic racing look. And last but not least, we have Iguita Almendra. I'm doing my best. Now this is a bit of a standard brand racing livery, but I quite like it. With the white base and the good blue color blocking and nice red accents, it makes the Citroen look like it belongs on a racetrack. And our winner for best livery is... it's Max. It's been a while since we've had an anime artwork livery in our awards, and while I do not know anything about this anime in particular, I think the car looks great and the yellow just really makes it pop. So well done Max, you are this week's winner of best livery. And last but not least, we have to honour our unfortunate winner of most unlucky moment. As always, there are no nominees. We're going to jump straight to giving our commiserations to CT08. We got a bit of a glimpse of this at the beginning of the race with CT08, while in first place on the first lap, gets nudged through the bus stop. By the time they got themselves back on track, they were very detached from the rest of the field. But let's take a quick look at the offender, Simon Eagle. After serving their 5-second penalty, they found themselves towards the back of the grid, dropping from P4 to P14. And then halfway through the final lap, they got their own unfortunate contact, which locked them in to last place. It's not always immediate, but GT7 karma always strikes back. I'm sorry you had to lose a lead so early in this one, CT08, but know this, we recognize your finishing position is not a reflection of your skill, but it does mean that unfortunately you are this week's winner of most unlucky moment. And just like that, we've come to the end of another video. If you disagree with any of my awards, let me know in the comments below. If you did enjoy the video, give it a like. You want to see more, hit that subscribe. If this one was too short, check out one of these two. I'm out.